Benh setup sa setup.
Alright, so today's plan is to build a new setup. I'm going to take the trucks from my old outdoor setup that is long due to be retired. White trucks, dynamics, Camo Pro Fumble Ship, Black Velvet. Then, what I want to do is some small modification. On this one, I just want to change the tape, of course, because it's a good setup. On this one, a new sticker. So I think we're going to start with the grip jobs. So I asked you guys on Instagram what I should grip my fingerboard with. So I have quite a few people who are asking me to grip my fingerboard with another deck. I got someone who asked specifically for that super short green deck. Yeah, I guess that's what we're going to do. Alright. Surprisingly enough, the board really did a good job on the grip job. So since we are in the grip zone, let's call it that, I'm going to change that tape. As you guys can see, I tried a switch and nollie heel combo for too long, and some of the part on the bit where I put my finger like that came off. Which brings me to my first question, guys. And my question is, how long does fingerboard tape last you? Does it last you a month? Does it last you a week? Does it last you 2 weeks? Are you the kind of people who don't ride the same setup enough and have like multiple setups, so all your tape basically lasts you over a year? What kind of gripper are you guys? So to grip my other fingerboard, your camera, it sounds so risky, it sounds so stupid, it sounds like I shouldn't do it. I love it. So as you guys can see, I have those like edges. I'm gonna try to use this. There you go. It did an horrible job, but what was I expecting? Let's smooth the edges a bit with the deck. Alright, so this is grip. This is grip. Let's clean this up and go to the next step. So this next step is to remove the trucks and get some crumbs into my hand. Every time I'm unsetting a deck, I have this flashback in my head where I see all the tricks I've learned with it, all the adventures with it. And this deck, when you think about it, it's the deck that followed me for almost 2 years. There's a soul to the deck, you know? That's why I love no graphics so much. Your board doesn't tell any story until you use it and you make it tell a story. You are the writer. You guys, do you get attached to your decks? Alright, so I got the trucks out. Now I'm going to swap the wheels, make some holes in this, and set up everything together. Alright, so you guys are probably wondering, since I have BRTs, dynamic, white trucks, and tech deck trucks, which one is my favorite and why? Which one is the best and why? Here's one thing I love and one thing I hate about each truck. Alright, tech deck longboard trucks. Inexpensive, accessible, wide enough to fit a large variety. It's the go-to trucks if you need to complete a setup. I personally think these are better than the China BRTs. Dynamic trucks. I think they are the most inexpensive of all the pro trucks available. Good truck, inverted kingpin, less turning radius than most truck, but you can compensate with some riser pad if that's something that bothers you. I like them. I just don't like the fact that they all seem to strip on me, but pretty much all trucks do. Wide trucks. Wide trucks are great if you ride medium to tight. The turning radius is pretty bad on those. But the stability of the truck is amazing. It grinds well. It makes a perfect trucks for outdoor setups. Because when you're outdoor, you kind of want to have tight trucks to deal with surfaces and that kind of stuff. And of course the last one is the BRT. I think the BRT are pretty much the Gibson Les Paul of fingerboarding. It's a go-to trucks, it fits with everything. The stock bushing are great, the build is great. The only thing I don't like is the fact that for the price you pay, you still get some problems with it. Either it's with the base plate that's stripping or the axle that's popping off. But it's basically happening with every trucks. So in the end, like, try everything and figure out what you like best. Personally, I still don't know. Someday I'm like, hey, I think BRT are my favorite, but then I can ride a tech deck for 2 hours and get used to it, and I'm like, this setup almost feels better than the $250 one, you know? Alright, so before putting the trucks on, I got some Dynamics purple 70D wheels to put on the trucks. I really like dynamic wheels. They last a long time. I had one wheel that went bad and got a replacement pretty quickly. The customer service of Dynamic is super good. Also, what I love about Dynamic is the owner. Scott is a fingerboarder first, so he think with the heart of a fingerboarder. Love his style too. He's a great fingerboarder. Alright, so now let's put it on the deck. So here's my setup. Looking pretty good. But there's one thing missing. Alright, now it's just a question of breaking it in. Because, yeah, there's nothing I hate more than a unbroken deck. So let's just get a sesh going and break in that deck. So yeah, verdict about the board. It's fun, but there's nothing special to it. What I mean by that is that I already had a fumble shape that is slightly shorter, and it's more responsive to me because of the shortness. So I don't see the point into having that setup. I think I'm going to reset up it, maybe with a Melis 7 ply or something like that. Meanwhile, I'm sure some of you guys would love to either ride a fumble shape and try it out, or just to have a deck that I rode. Maybe it's interesting. So, if you want to win this deck, basically just comment down below what was your favorite trick, and I'll pick a random winner in about a week. That pretty much concludes this video. There's a video on the screen, there's Patreon, subscribe, all those kind of things. And we'll see you in the next video, where I'm probably going to be talking about my new skate park.